Oh, baby. It's Wednesday night. That means one thing here at OCR TV. We got SCRS coming at you hot. Sim Championship Racing Series. Bringing you the Ferrari GT3 Challenge. Week number 3. Race 1 of 2. Mazda Laguna Seca. Iconic track. Super duper drivers. We got myself, Thomas Morris in the booth. What more could you ask for, Thomas?
They could maybe ask for a little cooler weather, depending on where they're at in the country, or warmer weather, because, it's cooling down.
It is cooling down. I had to put on a hoodie today, Thomas.
Actually, join the club. It's a very comfortable 71 here in the left coast. So, actually, pretty good track conditions for once. Track temp's still a little high, around 103, 104. Afternoon race, going to be a little slick. We've thought in practice one on the dust and marbles through the corkscrew. Going to be a nightmare for pretty much all race. So,
well, speaking of nightmares, let's check these points real quick before the Q session is officially over. About a minute before we start, grid them up for race 1 of 2. Amateur points leader, Dr. Fredericks, at least soon to be. He's sitting at the top of the charts, 156 points. We got Butch Bernie. He's 10 points back. And then JD, he's sitting P3 right now. The rest of them you can read. The points battle close there in the amateur series, Thomas.
Yeah, without a doubt. We're only on, this is coming into the 3rd week, which will be our 5th and 6th race of the season. So still a lot to play for. Laguna Seca, it's known to throw some curveballs at people. We've seen some spectacular racing in real life, and I'm sure we might see some new names up front this week.
And we're going to move over to the pro points, because this is what's got me interested. We got Eric Micka. He's sitting atop the charts right now. And a surprising Justin Richardson sitting P2.
Well, it's surprising, I guess, knowing what happened last season, but it's not surprising if you look at what happens in race 2. Eric's been pretty smooth in race 1 and 2 all season, where Justin, he struggled, quite frankly, in race 2. So we'll see what he can do this week. Maybe more of a Daytona performance and not a Watkins Glen performance.
Very true. Well, we got a Kurt Crum sitting P3. He's tied with Will Salisbury, but Kurt has only made 2 races so far this season. So pretty solid.
Impressive.
Pretty solid points position for him. But Morris, looks like we are gridding him up, boy.
Yeah, the infamous standing start, as we're known for in race 1.
Yes, it's true. It's true. We got 21 hot rods coming at you tonight. That's a whole lot of Ferrari.
Look for a little bit of action down in turn 1 also, Wendell, because it tightens up quite a bit. It's got that wide radius that cuts in on the kind of like the second apex to the corner, so we'll see what happens there.
Well, we're hoping to see some clean and green. Looks like we're going to have about 15 laps of racing here. Race number 1 of 2. So if you're new to the SCRS series here on OCR TV, race number 1 is a lot of fun. Race number 2, whoo-hoo! They're tacking them up, Morris.
What could that mean?
It means we're about to see some dumped clutches. They're gone!
Big notice too there, we had a couple of AMs actually out-qualify some of the pros, so we'll see what Fredericks and I believe our friend JD there can do.
They all come down into turn number 1 looking a lot better than Watkins Glen.
No contact, but this car's definitely a little tail happy.
Yeah, we got some fun times going on in the back. A lot of jockeying for position back there.
No surprise, 1-2 there. Justin Kurt trying to break away there. Got Fredericks in 3rd, trying to keep up with him.
Yeah, not a surprise at all. These two definitely picking up right where they left off last season in the first couple of weeks.
No, I don't say any like nemesis between them two, but they're pretty stout rivals with each other. So I'm sure they're gonna race each other as hard as they can.
Competitively friendly.
Sure.
I believe that's the phrase they used. As they come down through the corkscrew for the first time. Oh!
Side by side through the corkscrew there. That's a little interesting.
It is indeed. Tisdale definitely going to take advantage of that situation. Looks like the
That guy
17.
looking for a good run too.
Yeah, especially after last week, some bad luck plaguing that gentleman.
Little Kurt's cab bad luck there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, we got contact. I believe that was Butch Bernie and Brian Son, maybe.
Nerf there, maybe.
Yeah, a little bump and grind.
Yeah.
Didn't really hurt either one of them, but at least not yet. Only time will tell.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a little chain reaction check up there a little bit.
Indubitably.
How fun those could be.
Now, someone I'm going to try to keep an eye on tonight, Thomas. I'm going to try to keep an eye out on Matthew St. Germain. You know, he had a kind of a slow start to last season, but came on strong, real strong at the end. But it looks like he's sitting P10 right this minute. We'll be looking to see if he can advance his way to the front.
Well, he's officially made it further than he made it in race 2 at Watkins Glen, where he flipped over at a bus stop. So I'm sure he's happy for that and just hoping he can get a good solid race in. You know, he had another driver that had a really tough Watkins Glen, got caught up in some mistakes there. Like I said, he's got the speed, just needs to get up front with it.
So we watch these drivers take it down through the corkscrew. That is probably my favorite part of this racetrack.
Is it 7-story drop in elevation, I think? Something crazy.
It's just ridiculous. I don't think there's another elevation change like that on iRacing. Maybe at Nordschleife.
I don't even know. I don't think there's that much elevation change at any track outside of Laguna Seca.
At least not that abrupt.
Yeah, not just. I mean, the hill at Sonoma is a pretty big, tall climb, but it's not even that bad.
And Frederick's under attack right now from JD.
Yeah, he's been putting the pressure on. He had a good run off the final corner, just couldn't go anywhere with it last lap. So we'll see what he does this time.
I believe we have confirmation that his name is in fact De Keischer. But we kind of like JD, so hopefully he doesn't mind.
I'm sure he doesn't mind, right?
But these two
as long
up
as we're
front,
talking good about him.
Yeah, right? Yeah, these two up front, still a car length separating them.
I'd say Kurt's actually reeled him in just a little bit since the start, but he's just kind of maintaining. Not the easiest track to pass on, but not the hardest. I mean, there's still braking zones and pretty good passing opportunities. Just look who you're racing against. You know, you got to wait for him to really make a mistake because you're not just going to power by Justin. So.
Yeah, you know, these two gentlemen, when they're on their game, they don't typically make those mistakes, but at least not race number 1.
Although Justin did outbrake himself last week at the Watkins Glen, so we'll see. Maybe Kurt can force an error again.
Very true. These two coming around to take the number 4 lap. We're gonna
Ricky doing a little farming there off the track, just digging up a little dirt.
Well, we'll just say this: he ain't no Columbine driver.
He's he's in the wrong simulator right now.
Oh,
that's farming simulator.
You missed the joke.
What'd you say?
Columbine driver.
Oh, okay.
Because combine. Anyway. All right.
Drinking already.
Oh yeah, no, that's another topic for another platform, which has been mildly entertaining. Yeah. So looking through the field, doesn't look like we have any too close battles.
It's like Eric Mika's maybe working his way into this battle here for the AM lead. As Fredericks goes off, I believe he hit the curb.
And
oh man, he's gonna go
Fredericks
off the tires.
Gonna smack that wall. Panels are now missing off that 32.
Oh, rear wing damage too. Can't wait to get turned around. I believe he hit that red curb, which is a no-no here in Laguna Seca. It will definitely injure. Yes, he did. It would definitely injure Knight.
Yep.
Can actually do suspension damage as well.
The good news for him, damage control right now, but if he can continue through the race, we do an inverted field for race number 2, so he'll start towards the front. Maybe make a driving adjustment to not do that during race number 2.
I believe it was maybe the pressure from behind was getting to him there.
Pressure.
But JD was all over him, and then, like I said, Eric was right there catching these guys. So.
Well, it looks like Eric gonna pick up where he left off, right as Fredericks went off the track there. But these two up front, they're a little bit more distance between them now, but still maintaining that gap. Kurt Crum and Kurt's cap there.
was what, a 23.0 to a 23.1 last lap. So, whew, terrible.
Indubitably.
Though they did put about 6/10 on Justin's teammate there, Mr. Tisdale, about 6/10 that lap. So he's struggling just a little bit.
Looks like our
Still
next
your third place driver though.
Our next battle going to be between Jodarski and Johnson. Jodarski with the inside run there. Johnson going to get the momentum out of the corner. But Jodarski not he's not interested. He wants around. Oh, contact! He just dumps him.
He really wanted around.
That's rather unfortunate for the 54 there.
That's stuck on a hill too. He may not actually be able to pull up the hill. Yeah, I think he actually has to back down the hill.
That's unfortunate for him, but
oh man.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out with the admin review after the races are over tonight.
These are always fun.
Oh yeah, it makes me so glad I'm not an admin.
I believe he actually towed out. That's really a shame there. Just a misjudgment by one of the Jordaskis. There's actually two in the field tonight. I don't know if you noticed that one.
Oh, there is. We got a J Jodowski and an N Joe. I can't even say it. Jodarski. Jeez.
English is not our first language. So.
Yeah, we've got. Yeah, apparently not. We've got the 90 Jodarski. He's the amateur class. Then we got the 78 Jodarski. He's a pro class. The 78, the one just now involved in that incident, but
pretty vibrant paint schemes too. So.
Like I said, Andrew Mickey breathing a sigh of relief after that. That as he goes off track there, as he gets a little bit of gap back to that 78, whereas a few moments ago they were right on his back bumper.
Yeah, he was talked to him in practice. He's probably going to slow down for that one.
That is definitely going to be a slowdown.
A little concerned about his pace, but he seems to be doing manageable here in race 1.
Yeah, not too shabby. All right, well, looking back up front, looks like we've got the number 6 of Hong. He's off in the pits. It's like pretty bad damage to that vehicle as well.
Let's see if I can go back and see what happened to him here. Oh, well, what corner is that? Turn, let's just say 3. It looks like you get a little loose going in, and Slitter, what used to be, I believe, the Cooper Tires Bridge, which is no longer actually named.
Oh, yeah, hit it so hard.
Stuck.
Yeah, kept the tires all. Yeah, that's
an automatic tow.
It's rather unfortunate for him, but the good news is we have race number 2.
Yeah, that's the beauty of the system, right? You just got to stick with it.
It is a beautiful thing indeed. It's like pressure being applied to Carrera by McPhail. And as you see the track there's a lot of dirt kicked up.
Oops, that was from our good friend Fredericks there, coming back on the track. Dropping a few little presents for everybody.
Just plowing it. The 666 Sinclair car looking nice. I really do like that paint.
Yeah, it's nice. Smooth. Pretty.
The
numbers
day off
are with
kind
the 666, right, though?
True. Yeah, the numbers are kind of, but passenger side numbers look really good. If you can hear us, McPhail, maybe the driver's side numbers need a little looking at, but
well, you can't. They're kind of stamped on, so.
Oh yeah.
Make your own little stamp, and then Trading Paints takes it back off, so you're good.
Oh yeah, well. There you
He
go.
doesn't like to pass them.
Actually, no, it looks like there might be a little bit of damage to that. I can't really tell, but we'll figure it out. I mean, and by we'll figure it out, we're not really going to figure it out.
You are right. There is a little side door,
little door ding.
fender damage there.
Parked it too close.
Right around behind the wheel.
Parked it too close to the Hyundai at the Kroger.
I don't think anyone driving a Ferrari goes to the Kroger.
No, their mates do that. But Matthew St. Germain moving up a couple spots. He's P8 right now. He's caught up to the back bumper of Brian Son in that Penguin RC car. And as they come through that corkscrew, I just can't help but see just all the pebbles just floating everywhere. Oh, God.
I mean, when iRacing turned on the dynamic tracks, they turned them on.
Well, they turned it up. They turned up.
We did see Andrew Mickey also just got passed before the corkscrew there, so he's going to fall back to P12. It's one of the Jordaskis got around him again.
Jordarski in the 78. He's making it look easy. In the NVIDIA car, that's a good looking car too. Ooh, got the steam stickers on the back.
Needs the speed of a Titan though, not a 1060.
Ooh. I don't know. 1080 Ti sounds about right.
Yeah, for the price, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
no, I mean price to performance, not just flat out price, because it's ridiculous.
Yeah, we got on that conversation last night on a different platform about how the 1070 is performance-wise kind of pretty much equal to the 980 Ti. But
there's
half
a
the
1070
price.
Ti now.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
$450.
Not too shabby when you think about it, though.
No, it'll overclock to a 1080. So.
Whew. Well, speaking of overclocking, we got Eric Mickey with a little bit of left front damage. He's overclocking that Ferrari right now as he tries to chase down JD in that 17 car.
I'm thinking these guys are hitting those curbs. Is where we're seeing a lot of those side.
Oh, they're smashing them.
Damages, and that you just can't hit them. I mean, they're not built to hit. They're meant to not cut the corner. So.
No, gentlemen, it's a Ferrari, not a Ford Fusion. It's not a 3,400-pound stock car, Cole.
Even those probably can't take the sausage curbs there too much. He's actually got Eric Mickey's actually got a fair amount of damage to that left front. That's got to be hurting the car.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely folded up a little bit. But
like we mentioned last week, don't believe carbon fiber works that way. But okay.
No, but if anybody can pilot a bent race car, it's Eric Micka. And back out front, Justin Richardson has not significantly, but has increased that gap back to the 11 of Kurt Crum.
Kind of what we see most race ones there. He's just slowly stepping away from these guys.
I think statistically more race one wins than any other driver in the series since its inception.
More poles than Las Vegas Strip Club. So. But hey, his teammate also, they're going to score some good, if we had them, good team points, but at least a good result for him. So. Yeah,
definitely an improvement over last week with Tisdale here. He, like I said, had a lot of bad luck at Watkins Glen, but you know, coming in contact with Thomas Fredericks, and I think there was another incident in race 2. Race 1.
Yeah, I believe that they actually almost synchronized spun together in race 2. So.
Indeed, but definitely an improved run here, race number 1 at Laguna Seca.
Great to have him on Discord as well, so we can interview him.
Yeah, very true, very true. Yeah, and if any of you drivers are watching this back at a later time, make sure you join the Discord, because if you do well, we'd love to talk to you. Unless you're too good for us. And even so, we'd love to talk to you.
Who would be too good? Come on.
Corey Munch.
We put out the good fruits this week. So.
Very true. Tangerines instead of oranges.
We had to go to 3 different Publix for those.
What's the other little ones? The little cuties. What are they called?
Oh God,
I can't remember what they're called. Oh, Matthew St. Germain. Woo-wee.
We saw it at the same time. It was like, hey, bud. Okay.
He's
nice to see you.
Breaking a little bit later than the 03 of Brian Son there, but luckily for Brian Son, St. Germain, cognitive of his positioning, and pulls it back a little bit as to not make contact with the 03.
I think it just shows you, though, this is like a little preview of race 2, because Matthew, he's no slouch, and look how long it's taken to actually pick his way through this field. He's only up to P8, probably might get around Brian here within a lap or two, so that'll move up to P7. So, I mean, you know, you got to worry if you're in race 2. You better bank on getting a top 10, not a podium like we saw last week.
Yeah, you definitely want those top 10s, but podiums much more preferred. We'll hop you around, see if we can find you another driver.
We'll say our AM battle has been lackluster after Fredericks went DOA there up the corner, so it's kind of just handed to JD here. He's just been smooth and steady.
Indeed, got that that Maple Leaf Ferrari hooked up real nice down through the corkscrew here.
Another one who's been pretty quiet. He won last week, race 2. Bernie, he's just kind of sitting here. Gonna probably end up P2 in the AM class, so that's a solid point today.
And do you know, that's another paint scheme that I enjoy. It's real solid. It's orange. You know, it's not the typical red Ferrari.
No, I don't think we have any red Ferraris this season, do we?
I don't. Not a predominantly red one.
I mean, how odd is that? It's nice to see, but it's just weird to not see at least one red Ferrari in a field.
Well, we got him in.
Nick Germain gonna make the move though.
He is definitely looking down low. He's got position on him. Should be able to complete the pass here, and he does. 46. Move him up to P7. And
pull weight or not.
And what appears to be a dragon. That's what that is.
Sure.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out. But yeah, the gap from Justin Richardson to Kurt Crum still increasing up to 2 seconds now. Gap from second place to third place, almost 6 seconds. So barring any catastrophic failure there, it's probably where those gentlemen are gonna finish.
You know, compared to last week, this one's been pretty clean. So we gotta give them that. I think maybe he did notice from head admin there, Eric Mickey, saying, "Look, we don't mind hard racing, but don't knock each other out of the way on lap 1."
Yeah, if you want to do C fixed, they have a C fixed series.
Man, I have some more stories on those. I've been watching bottom splits, working on overlays.
Oh my!
Let's just say, even though I'm not running the race, when I leave the room, I'm still mad. So.
Well, I guess for me anyway, it's a good thing that I came through that series when I did all those years ago. Because I mean, it was bad, but it wasn't that bad.
It has fundamentally gotten worse. I don't really know why. I mean, league racing, the best thing on iRacing right now. So.
In my opinion, it's the only thing on iRacing.
Maybe a 24-hour race. Cause,
too much commitment involved.
Those are fun. Well, you get 6 people, it's 4 hours, you're done.
Oh, we're just now noticing we got a Repsol Ferrari in the field. Dan Garber in the 33 car.
Do we now?
We do. Interestingly enough. But it looks like Thomas Frederick's making you know, he was down as far as 19th position. He's made his way back to 15th. Looks like he's trying to work on the amateur Jodorowsky right now.
Doing pretty good for a car with no hood.
Yeah, and a bent wing as well.
You're gonna make that pass easy. You're gonna pull over for him.
Yeah, Jodorowsky not gonna push the issue there. Maybe just looking to get a little bit of seat time, as this is his first appearance here in the SCRS series.
Sure, he doesn't want to leave any battle scars. Then,
Doo-doo.
Be careful with that one, because YouTube would take my money away if I put that in the title.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, any type of keyword is a trigger. It's almost like YouTube's being run by a bunch of snowflakes.
Crazy.
I know.
You mentioned snowflakes and the white flag, isn't it?
Indubitably. Justin Richardson taking that white flag, and somehow Kurt Crum made up half a second, but as they're already halfway through this lap, I don't think that's going to...
I see how, because he came to the last corner. I don't believe it was in control. It just kind of happened.
Uncontrollable, controlled chaos.
Yeah, those good drivers just kind of make it happen.
It just falls into place.
It definitely gained, but like you said, going to be too little too late.
Yeah, Justin Richardson looks like he's gonna bring it home. Your pro class winner. Yeah, surprise, flag to flag. Race number 1, Justin Richardson, report to victory lane. Your amateur class winner gonna be JD Dukeischer
And
in the 17.
Big applause, because he actually, I mean, no damage on the car. You look at the front two guys; they were pushing, hit the curbs, tore up their fenders. Even the third place driver, Mr. Tisdale, in front of him, cars look perfect, clean, and that's how you want to finish a race. No real damage on the car.
Indeed. Well, Frederick's he's still looking to make up positions. He's he's got a battle between him and the 69 right now, but coming up to the last corner. Backs off a little early to try to get that run, but
The classic Laguna Seca run, not gonna have enough power though.
no, not going to be able to get it done. It was Andrew Mickey goes to make a pass on the last lap. It's a drag race to the line, Morris. Contact, but not going to get him as he loses that Ferrari.
He was trying to get around Dan Carber there.
Yeah, going to minimize the damage there, but a little bit of incidental contact, just hard racing, but no harm, no foul.
And that was for, believe it or not, 16th position. So don't tell me we don't have battles all over the track.
Indubitably. All right, well, we're going to show you the race results here. Justin Richardson taking home the checkered flag, race number 1 of 2 tonight. Kurt Crum not too far behind. Now, like we mentioned earlier, Crum statistically a little bit better in traffic than Richardson, but we'll see how that shakes out. Tisdale, a teammate to Justin Richardson, he's taking home P3. JD, Eric Mickey, Butch Burney, St. Germain, Brian Son, McPhail, and newcomer Carrera. We'll go with the 16 car, Correa. Rounding out your top 10, Justin Richardson awarded the fastest lap award, brought to you by Penguin RC Simulation. Check them out, penguinrc.com. And stuff. The rest of the grid will be coming across your screen. Hopefully you can read. If not, numbers are nice.
If not, I'm not sure why you're here unless you're just here for the voices.
Let's be honest, nobody comes for the voices.
Or how you got here, unless you just had buttons you click to get here, like rabbit and turtle for throttle, you know?
Yeah.
Because you got to read things to get places.
Yeah, well, from what I understand, reading is fundamental. But, yeah, good times. So we'll see. I don't know, Morse. Do we stay with our patented snatch and grab, or what do you
Feel
think?
like we can. Unfortunately, I mean, we're gonna have to grab the pro winner first. We might have to just grab some random people too, because, or at least a random finisher, because our M winner is not on Discord.
Well, that's rather unfortunate.
Let's grab
Yeah,
this guy.
especially when you don't put your name as your name. Kind of hard for us to figure out who you are.
Well, we know who this one is.
Yeah, and if you don't know who this one is, you've been sleeping under a rock. Justin Richardson, one more again, race number 1, picking up the checker flag, flag to flag. Justin, tell us a little bit about your Laguna Seca.
Good hell, it's been a while, huh? Last week sucked. I don't think I need to tell you guys that. I haven't really raced much in the last month, and so the new tire model coincided with it, and to me it drives differently. So going into the race, when I had an issue, I thought, screw it, I got to get back with my team during the week and practice our BES stuff. So since last race, we've done a lot of testing and in our Mercedes, and figured out how to pretty much work with Cohen or VRS and work to see how we use these tires better. And it looks like this is my home track. This is actually the track back when I was 12 years old that got me into racing. And I've driven it a number of times and done a racing school there. So it's really something I love. So I'm pretty stoked to win. Looked like I had a little bit of pace in qualifying. I knew, as always, it's gone during the race with Kurt behind me. He's usually stuck on my ass like a zit I can't get rid of. Good thing, though. He's pretty quick. He's fun to race with, whether I'm in front or behind him. So I knew where I had a little issue in the middle of the race. I was not able to get the car stopped and adjust my braking points with a corkscrew. So I was giving up time and not able to maintain the gap I was getting over him in the first half of the lap. So looks like after that I got it, but then tires were just going off and still a learning curve for me. So he caught me up another half a second. But I guess, good clean run. Pretty funny. I actually almost didn't make the race. my wheel, I think you guys know about. I had to ship it back to Spain for some upgrades this week, so I was using an HPD style Momo wheel, and I was having EMI issues with it because I've never used it all the way up until 20 minutes before the race. And my buddy who joined the race in here was like, "Try this and this," and it happened to work. So I was about to call it quits, but luckily I made it.
Well, we can only assume that's Tisdale. And he picked up a P3 tonight. Looking pretty good for the team there. Richardson, the patented race 2, inverting the field. We know you've had.
Can we just call the night now?
Yeah, we know you've had some less than fortunate luck with it. Is that going to change tonight?
Last week I was pretty pissed off. The first race was all my fault, not knowing the tires. In the old style, I didn't feel like I would have spun the way I did, but last week I didn't know the tires. They didn't act over the curbs the way I thought they would, and that spun me. Race 2, I was pretty pissed off. Some guy slammed into me. There's no chicanes here. I'm starting from the back, so I don't see any issues with that. But I mean, I don't know. If I can just finish the race, I'll be happy. There's a lot more cars this season, so that I'm not as optimistic. I'll be happy with whatever I get as long as my car is running and not smoking at the end of the race.
Indeed. Well, we wish you the best of luck. Congrats again on flag to flag, race number 1. Checker flag, winner, chicken dinner. Justin Richardson.
I do have to say, I think you forgot, Wendell. There's no chicanes in race 2. I think you forgot Andrew Mickey's in the race.
I was going to say, there might be a couple rolling chicanes, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there. But it looks like we're going to have one more interview coming at you, and that's going to be none other than the cab driver himself. Ooh-wee.
Bam.
He's the hottest cab driver on the planet. Kurt freaking Crum picking up P2 tonight. We've seen this week in, week out through the entire season 1. He'd come home second in the first race, but somehow managed to make his way through the field in race number 2. Kurt, tell us a little bit about your night.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I started off putting some pressure on Justin, and it seemed like he was making a few mistakes. Got alongside him at one point, and it is tough to pass here, so had to back off. I mean, going in the corkscrew, it's not a good place to be too wide. So, I tried to keep the pressure on, wasn't really making any ground, and tried to back off a little bit, maybe figure get a little cleaner air, some clean run, but that just took the pressure off too much. And big surprise, Justin stopped making mistakes at that point, so I was kind of screwed. But that was fun. We had a good pace up there, and I think race season will be real interesting.
Now, how interesting, Kurt? We kind of want to know. Justin didn't allude to it too much, but do you think it's gonna be easy to pick through some of these guys? Or are you just gonna have to? We saw Matthew St. Germain just kind of take it easy, and he finally got to I think 7th place. But I think you guys can maybe pick them a little bit quicker than that.
It's going to be real interesting. I didn't have a lot of time to practice behind a lot of different guys, so it's going to be hard to say where the passing spots are going to be. But I mean, the pessimistic side of me thinks it's going to be a shit show. This track is pretty tight.
It's not like there's dirt or something on the edges.
It's dust.
Thin track, desert everywhere. It'll be great.
Well, yes, Frederick's about running off the track. What happens? So
I heard he took a little roller coaster ride there.
Yeah, I believe the red curbs, right? When the red curbs are not your friend.
Yeah, red is bad. Red means no.
True that. They're brutal. So yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna be exciting either way. That's for sure.
Well, we look forward to seeing maybe a repeat of what you've been able to do in the past with the race number 2. As I don't think anyone could argue statistically you're probably the best, at least in the SCRS series, for coming through traffic. So we look forward to that excitement. But good solid points day for race number 1, Kurt. And we wish you the best of luck in race number 2.
Thanks, guys.
And there it is, our third place finisher unavailable. Our amateur winner also unavailable. So we're going to take this time to get ready, flop over to race number 2. Unless you have something for him, Morse.
No. I mean, fairly clean race. No real surprises for the overall winner. I think our good buddy JD there ran a good race, put the pressure on Fredericks, made him crack, got that position, got the win. I believe it's first win of the year in amateur. So good points day. Look for race 2 to be even more exciting. So,
well, it's definitely has been in the past. So hopefully this race is going to be no different than any of the rest of the race number 2s. But until then, we're going to leave you with a solid screen, but don't go anywhere because we will be back as soon as we can. Bye-bye. well, we're back. And we've got something interesting happening. It's supposed to be a rolling start here for race number 2. It's going to be a standing start. Oh, baby.
I don't know if that hurts or helps you in the back of the field. I guess we're going to find out because the engines are revving.
They're tacked up. Only 2 billion laps to go. Green's out. They're gone. Here we go, boys.
This does give the AM guys quite the jump.
It does indeed. The fast guys to the back. The not as fast guys to the front. Contact from the 32 and the 6 already. Sail.
Now we know a man here. It's funny. He's the same man. The man Johnson there. He had the disfortune of getting dumped in the corkscrew. So he's got the big lead now. He's actually going to start on pole in this race.
Yeah, and he's already put a nice lead over Thomas Frederickson to 32 there. 77 not cutting Tisdale any room down there. Tisdale going to have position going into the next corner. Teammate Justin Richardson right behind him. Richardson slides off a little bit as Kurt Crum gets by him. You might be asking
about, you
might be asking why we're focused on the back as contact into the corkscrew. People everywhere. Mickey sliding 3 wide.
3 wide, 2 rows deep there. That's not going to work.
That's
Eric Mickey. Maybe some damage for Eric.
Yeah, definitely some damage. Probably, I think a slowdown penalty for the 84 car there.
And that really boxed up Justin there. He got caught behind a couple of those guys.
Now the good news is everybody made it through pretty clean.
Surprisingly, yes, so far. Looks like we had a couple slowdown penalties. Maybe McCarthy and Mickey both had slowdowns.
But now the good news for Kurt Crum here is he's ahead of Justin Richardson right this minute with a car between them. The bad news for
the overall lead as well. Sorry.
The bad news is Kurt's got Tisdale a spot, 2 spots ahead of him. But like Moore said, we got amateur points leader. Well, at least until the last race. Thomas Fredericks picking up the overall race lead right now.
Yeah, and he's got Jordasky right behind him. Johnson fell to P3, so everything's still trying to sort itself out here. Some of the pros and AMs are figuring out where they're running.
Yeah, well, apparently this race is only going to be 14 laps as opposed to last race is 15. That's interesting.
Interesting. Maybe a pace difference?
Maybe so.
That would be quite a big difference in pace, though, to lose a lap.
Yeah, but Tisdale, he's made his way up to P8 already. Kurt Crum is now 1 position behind him. A couple of spots between Richardson. As he gets around Correa.
Kurt's going to make the move here. Trying to get around her good pal there, Mr. Hall.
And he is going to get that position as Tisdale slides a little bit right in front of him. That allows Kurt to close the gap to him.
I think he's trying to... I don't think he's making the pass on Andrew, but trying to set him up and just couldn't get the back end underneath him there. One of those Mickle brothers.
Mickles. You gotta love the Mickles. Even if you don't love them, you gotta love them. Kurt Crum diving into the inside there, making it look easy. Gets position on Tisdale. Move Kurt Crum up to P7.
Well, they made it further than I thought they would in race 2 already, so.
Indeed. Looks like we're going to have... the 666 just dives it in there and just destroy... I don't know who that was.
I believe that was Johnson again, getting destroyed in the bus stop.
Just drove it in there and destroyed him.
Yeah, once again, Johnson's going to find himself dead in the water at the top of the corkscrew.
There was like... Wow.
Oh, yeah. That completely missed the corner.
It just, yeah, like,
hey, brake failure.
You can almost bet your butt that's going to be a penalty for the 666 car, McPhail. Man. In any event, because of that issue, we've got Kurt Crum up to P3 already. P3, gentlemen. We've got Justin.
Wow.
We got Justin Richardson making the pass on his teammate Tisdale for the 6th position. But Thomas Fredericks getting passed by Jodarski. Wish I could say that name.
You're having brain fade like me tonight.
Dude, it's so bad. We got the we got the Disciple 25 in chat saying Ferraris are hot. Well, these Ferraris are. We enjoy them.
Crash hype.
Crash hype.
That was some pretty bad crash hype.
Yeah, Kurt Crum about 5.5 seconds off the back bumper of Thomas Fredericks. Fredericks, we missed the part where Jodarski got around him, but I don't know if Fredericks
fairly clean. So
yeah, I don't know if Fredericks made a mistake or if Jodarski's just that much faster than he is. But in any event,
he had pace in the first race. I feel like both of them did, but maybe he had a little more than Fredericks. And we know Fredericks lost a little control of his car in round 1, so we'll see if he's trying to maybe make that up here.
indeed. Well, we got us a gaggle back here. We got Tisdale, McPhail, and DeKeischer, and I don't know if I'm anyone around that 666 car right now, I'm sucking cheeks because wow. I think he saw an opportunity there and just went for it, and maybe just the brakes didn't work, or
I think
sure.
he may have just misjudged what he was doing there.
Yeah, but like we said, no doubt probably a penalty incoming for that, as that was avoidable contact. But that's up to the admins. We just watch. We watch and say words.
Yeah, I would probably ping him with it, but I didn't plug my wheel in and, you know, other things and moving things around.
You know.
The sim doesn't like it when you plug your wheel in during the race.
No, it does not. As we have Andrew Mickey off track up here.
I just saw a pile of dust come up out of the corkscrew. Yeah. So it's going to put Tisdale in a little block there behind him. Lost a lot of time.
Indeed. Andrew looking to, I guess, protect the inside there, but nope, just going to pull down, not make it too hard for these gentlemen. Not going to make it easier, though.
He does have an AM driver right behind him. I'm sure that's who he's trying to hold off here. Our good friend JD, race 1 winner. It's going to be hard, though, because he showed pretty good pace in race 1, and Andrew was a little off the pace on the old tires.
Yep, as JD does make his way underneath Andrew Biggie, but not able to capitalize on it as...
Wrong corner for that. This Eric's going to try and take advantage.
As the Mika brothers are nose to tail. Remember what happened last time?
Oh, God. Road Atlanta flashbacks?
Yeah, chaos ensued.
Let's turn into a little four-way battle, though. Here comes Matthew St. Germain to get his name in the mix.
We got a NASCAR Nana in chat saying, missing Mrazek tonight. Dang. Go Jodarski. We are indeed.
Pretty sure he said his pedals broke, right?
Oh.
Which was unfortunate right before qualifying in race 1.
That
sucks. Off the track there. So
yeah,
I look for him maybe to be back next week. Depends if he can find some pedals.
Here we go. Saint Germain. Ooh. Oh, he's got Pizzolo. Pushes Mickey wide.
There. Not sure if there's any contact. Maybe just the slightest, if any.
You'd almost assume that's going to be a slowdown for the 86 car there.
Yeah, looks like he's kind of babying it there.
As the 84 is off track ahead of these gentlemen.
What's going on with these Mickey brothers tonight?
The Mikas, I don't know, something about California. California
like
dreaming.
He just lost it by himself, too.
He did a little bit, I've noticed these cars kind of a little wonky on corner entry, but anyway, back out front. We got a change of lead again, and we missed it. We apologize for that. But we got Fredericks back out front. Jodarski.
Had to be a mistake, then.
Had to. Jodarski.
I didn't mean it that bad.
Jodarski back to P3, but Kurt freaking Crum, P2 right now. From almost shotgun Charlie. He's back up to P2.
I can confirm it was a mistake. He almost looped it in turn 1. So.
All right. Well, not a terrible thing, but inquiring minds myself want to know, where's Justin Richardson? Well, he's 3.5 seconds behind these gentlemen. But not...
Again, Kurt got the better of him.
Yeah, not an impossible gap for the number 1 cars. We've seen him do it before. When he gets a clean track in front of him and doesn't mess up, he's deadly.
Yeah, that was a costly spin also for the 78 because he still. There was some debate, I think, on if he was going to become Amateur Pro based on pace and what we saw, and he's still classified as Pro, so he was the overall Pro leader and the overall leader of the race.
Till
So
that, yeah.
that spin, he lost that and the Pro lead. So
Indeed. Well,
it's really hard to get back from Kurt.
race number 2, no slouch in the excitement department. As I don't know, I think Bathurst was probably the most exciting race number 2. That if you haven't seen that, there should be a VOD. Check it out. It was 20 minutes of non-stop action. It was good.
Put
After
myself
this race,
and Andrew Mickey on the front row. I mean, you know, it's going to get exciting.
we got Ren Hato in chat. I hope I said that right. Says, go Ryan. Which one's Ryan? Because all I have is letter. That has to be the 6 car.
Yes, it is.
Has to be the 6 car. I'm guessing Ryan Hung. Running P13 right now. I don't know. I don't think, Thomas, I don't think a lot of people are fans of Laguna Seca. At least the drivers, anyway.
It's a love and hate. I'm really not a big fan of it myself. But, you know, it's technical. You really have to get your laps in or have an understanding of this track. As Justin said earlier, you know, he's been here in real life, so it kind of helps you out. So.
Indeed. Well, right now I got a question for you, Thomas. You know the other Thomas better than the rest of us. Thomas Frederick's leading the race right now, but he's got a charging Kurt Crum and another charging Joe Darsky. If these boys get to him, will Fredericks be able to keep himself together?
Well, I mean, judging off race 1, maybe? Because race 1 didn't go so smooth with the pressure on, but I'm sure he's learned from that mistake.
He learned?
He has to keep in mind, too, though, just a little maybe learned. He's not racing them for points. I know you want to win overall. I mean, and winning overall is great, but you're racing the amateurs, not the pros. So
Indeed.
don't roll over for a win, but if they make it hard, you have to remember what you're racing for.
Yeah, the next amateur class driver is JD back in P6. And Morse, we have a correction in chat. We made a mistake. It involved a 6, but we needed to add 2 more 6s to it. Ren Hato in chat pulling for the 666 of McPhail tonight.
Well, I mean, we tried.
Indeed. Well,
Odds?
we got Rasmus Nielsen coming in. He says he loves this track. I do too, personally, but I'm just watching it. I don't necessarily have to drive it, so.
I mean, it's not bad. There are clearly worse tracks to race on. Road America would be one of them.
Yeah.
I'm in a minority on that one, I know, but that's not my favorite. But this place is just, you can't make any mistakes. You've got the curbs to keep you from cutting corners. You've got the gravel. Obviously, the slowdowns for the corkscrew, and pit lane is obviously not your friend. Won't have to worry about that in this series, but pit lane can also kill you as the 78 is around. Gonna get it going again. I'm gonna lose a couple of spots and, more importantly, a lot of time.
Yeah, he's
It's a shame because he was actually matching pace with Kurt and Thomas.
The good news for him is he's only going to lose 1 spot right now, and that's a spot to Justin Richardson. However, that's unfortunate because Justin is classified as a pro driver, so that's a points-paying position. The other unfortunate thing is this allows Tisdale to close up, essentially cut that gap in half.
Yeah, so that packs the pressure on even more, and now your tires are hot, probably a little dirty because you get them in the sand. So
hot and dirty. When it comes to racing, that's not an ideal situation. Yeah. Pretty much anything else in life, though, you're good to go.
Well, yeah. Come on.
But in any event, before we hit Red Tube, Joe Darsky looking to have damage control right now as he's got a charging Tisdale behind him. But looking back through the field, we don't have any close battles. Yeah.
Next battle is going to be the battle for the lead because I believe Kurt was about 0.6 faster than Frederick's last lap. So
yeah, he was indeed. And
so the pressure's definitely mounting, and then Kurt's going to want to clear Fredericks pretty soon because Justin's right there with him.
The heat is on.
This is what they get paid the virtual big bucks for, folks.
No, seriously, it's 43 degrees Fahrenheit outside. The heat is on.
Is it that cold?
I
It's actually warmer than it's been, though. It was really cold
Oh,
outside.
Monday was brutal.
Had to break out the old starting fluid.
We got the disciple in chat. And you know, you can't argue with the disciple. He's saying, "Go blue Ferraris."
The Blue Ferraris have they have not done too good tonight, especially
it's-
one of them with an 84 on it.
It's been a really dark blue and yellow Ferrari kind of night. At least so far.
Sometimes.
Yeah, Kurt Crum has definitely, he closed, I believe, 3/10 on that last lap. Oh, and right there, closed that gap almost in half again.
Too much.
With 4 laps to go, though, Fredericks better he better put that car in a different gear.
This is when it gets tough, right? You get 4 to go. Obviously, he's coming. I mean, 3 to 4 to 5/10 a lap. You race as hard as you can, but you know, I mean, these guys are pretty deep on the brakes, so it's going to be hard to hold them off.
Thomas, we got another new chatter. We got Wookie in chat. If you don't know, you must fear the Wookie.
I mean, maybe. I've seen a few Star Wars films. Where,
No, not that
first
Wookie.
tonight.
The Bush Wookie.
Oh.
Yeah, he's hiding in the bush. Wait for you to walk by, and he just whap-pow! Got him.
Walking bitches. Just push them over.
In any event, as they come down through the corkscrew, Thomas Fredericks kicking rocks at Kurt Crum. He's not going to be happy about that.
Probably one goes to the radiator, maybe.
He's like, look, bud, rocks, Ferrari, not a good match.
And he is just dynamite on the brakes.
He is
Make
indeed.
it look easy, Wendell. Make it look easy.
I know, and it's so bad because I can't do this. But, yeah, this going to probably be the race of the night. And like I said earlier, hopefully Fredericks.
Man, that was close. I was watching a battle between Matthew St. Germain and Brian Song there, and Brian just overcooked the corner and lost the position.
He definitely did. We'll see if we can. Oh yeah, he did. Rather unfortunate.
Almost
for him.
had it. Then he didn't.
Yeah, missed it by that much.
Well, that's the problem with traction control, right? You don't know you're gone until you're gone. There's no catching it because it's already stepped out on you.
Well, we got Fredericks out front. We got Kurt Crum P2. We got Justin Richardson. He's sitting P3. But we have a Jodarski-Tisdale battle right now. Less than 3/10 separating these two Ferraris.
I can say no one is within the incident cap up front to get burned. 16 incidents you get to burn through here on iRacing in this league. So everyone's still within reach of burning a few of those X's if they need them.
Yeah, but you don't want to get too close to burning the X's when you when you put that tire off and hit one of those red humpadumps.
True. There's a few spots you can run wide. We did have one disqualification, for instance, though. The 69 of McCarthy actually got DQ'd for 16 X's. So
that's rather unfortunate for him.
That's
but
happened all year.
Tisdale getting a solid run off of that last corner.
So he's going for back-to-back top fives here.
He is indeed.
Tisdale.
He's gonna try it. He's gonna try it the hard way, but
it's dirty out there. I don't know if that's gonna stick.
Yeah, it's real dirty.
He got a good run though. 78 really lit up the tires.
Oh, 78 making a little bobble there, not realizing Tisdale was still in. Oh, contact almost. Tisdale backing off a little bit. We're 2 laps to go. These gentlemen are hotting it up.
That's where they start paying out the points.
And gap from Thomas Fredericks to Kurt Crum still 6/10.
Kind of surprised.
But I have, Thomas, I have a suspicion. Kurt's just setting him up.
Ooh, Fredericks is a mistake into the corkscrew.
And there's the setup. If he can stay on the outside, and he won't be able to.
That's not going to stick. Nope.
He's trying to keep it on the outside to get position into the next corner, but
that was so tempting to want to make that pass, but he probably should have tucked in behind him and waited to the next
don't
corner
look now,
to
Thomas. But we got a charge in Richardson coming up. We're 1 lap to go. You could throw a rock between all 3 of these gentlemen.
He would have to make a pretty good effort to make up this gap in a lap.
We are on the last lap of race number 2 tonight. Kurt Crum.
We got contact in the corkscrew. Looks like contact between Eric Mickey and Matthew St. Germain.
We got Kurt Crum close up to the back bumper of Thomas Fredericks. We got Richardson. He's giving it everything he's got. Although, if I'm Richardson after the last couple of race number 2s, I would just kind of keep it clean. But only a handful of corners remain. Kurt's cab looking to collect that fare. Thomas Fredericks looking to pick up his first overall win of the season.
Damn, winning overall? I think that might bump you up to pro.
It should.
Just, you know, there's a little bit there. So
it should. Corkscrew entry and exit.
Ooh,
maintaining Kurt.
Time again.
Kurt's got position on him. Contact. Fredericks is off track sideways. Damage control. He's going to be able to maintain, get back on track. But
Justin's there too.
That's the name of the game. Justin diving it on the inside. Contact.
Ooh, I don't know about that one.
There's contact. That's going to ruin the race for Kurt Crum. Thomas Fredericks
Fredericks
picking up the overall win.
Oh, my God.
Now, one thing, I want to point this out before we get into it. Justin Richardson pulled over after that contact with Kurt Crum to give that position back. That is admirable. I mean, you know,
yeah, we've seen that done from other drivers as well. It's, you know, he knew he messed up, so he gave it back. Unfortunately, that's not going to make anyone feel any better, probably.
No, it's not. You don't see that in official racing. You don't see that in Forza or Gran Turismo, but you will see here in the SCRS Ferrari Challenge.
But what are the odds? Fredericks he gets nerfed. I mean, you know, just hard racing when they make contact, and then you get to take advantage of 2 other drivers getting together, and you get the overall win.
Comes back, takes home the W. Look forward to talking to him tonight. But looks like we're gonna have 2 of the same people we interviewed after race number 1 back.
I think their stories might be different this time.
A little bit, yeah. But Thomas Fredericks picking up the amateur win. Kurt Crum going to pick up the pro win, P2 overall. But, yeah, sunshine, lollipops, and all that stuff. Man, what a solid finish.
That was an intense last lap. I don't think I've seen it change that much.
It was indeed, and bear with me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna try to. Yeah, we're going to take you back to the replay as they come through the corkscrew. Kurt Crum gets that position, and it looks like just slid out a little bit wide, maybe. I don't know. We can't.
It was going to be a hard corner to make with the position they
entered. It's a
entered.
bad angle we have. Yeah, just, you know, racing incident as well. I mean, that's what I would call it, but yeah, We'll continue this replay as it comes to the last corner, and a hard-charging Justin Richardson just takes it down. And I
sailed it in there.
Sail! And he did. You saw him right there in the replay. He pulled over. You know, that's very admirable. Doesn't want to take W's that way. Now, had there been no contact, or maybe had Kurt not spun out, I think we would have seen him race back to the line.
I honestly don't think. I mean, he'll probably tell us. I don't think he thought he was going to make up that much. Like, he thought he'd just dive in there deep and maybe scare him and not actually hit him. And when he went in, he just kind of hit him.
Indeed. Well, we're going to flash the results across your screen as we get these interviews ready. We got Thomas Fredericks picking up the overall and amateur win tonight for Fast Daddy Racing. Still not calling him Daddy. We got Kurt Crum picking up the pro win. Get us out of here. We're done. Shut it down. We're finished. Kurt Crum picking up the pro win, P2 overall tonight in the 13 car. Kurt's cab for a quick but thick. Da-dunch. Hey, he may not bottom out, but he'll tear the sides up. We got Justin Richardson. He's taking home P3 tonight. Like we spoke about right before the end of the race there, Thomas, a solid finish for him, as recent race 2s have not been his forte. We got Joe Darsky of the pro variation. He's taking it home 4th tonight. Justin Richardson's teammate after last week's terrible luck, Tisdale. He's going to round out your top 5 tonight. We got J.D. Carrera, Bernie Mika of the Andrew variation, and the number 6 car of Hong Racing. What's his first name? Is it Ryan?
It's Ryan.
Ryan Hong. There we go.
That's why we got the whole thing about which Ryan was it.
Yeah, so he's got one of those last names, you can't really just call him by the last name. You got to have a first name with him. But Justin Richardson taking home the Penguin RC Simulation Fastest Lap Award, brought to you by PenguinRC.com. Go check them out. At least you better. Okay, just do it. Just go check
Go
them
get
out.
your sim racing needs taken care of.
Go check them out. They got some good stuff. It's pretty. A little out of my budget,
Price range?
but you know, it's yeah.
I mean,
In
it's
any
not
event.
expensive. It's just you know, out of my price range.
Yeah, well, I'm poor, so
If it came in the Hot Wheels variety, we'd be
listen.
alright.
We broadcast the races. We don't drive them. That should tell you something. But yeah. Again, we have another exciting race too, coming down to the last corner, the last lap. What do you say we get these interviews going, Morse?
Who do we want to start with? Our winner chicken dinner?
Well, let's start with Richardson. We know he's a busy man. He has to go do things.
So busy he's not actually in the general chat.
Oh, brutality. Well, I guess we're gonna go with Kurt Crum then.
Well, we'll go with Kurt and get one side of the story because I'm sure that's all we need.
Kurt, another exciting race too. This coming down to, well, basically the last corner. Well, for you, the last couple of corners of the last lap, all the way down to the last corner of the last lap. Tell us a little bit about it.
I totally blame Thomas Fredericks. He's an asshole. No. I think it was just a racing deal. He was pinching me tight, and I was, going for the inside. I really wanted to get a car between me and Justin to help with the points, but didn't quite work out as nicely as I would have hoped. It was a lot of fun coming through the field, though.
Yeah, we spoke about that right after race one. Statistically, nobody comes through the field better than than Kurt's cab, looking to collect that fare. But we and by we I mean I kind of saw that as a racing incident between you and the 32, and even up to the last corner, little what I don't believe was intentional, but the contact from the number one car, Richardson. I think he realized it was kind of a bad deal. Kind of went to pull over and give that back, but that allowed Fredericks to get around you two. But yeah, solid race number 2, coming from next to Shotgun Charlie on the field. Kurt, you're picking him up, laying him down.
Oh, I do what I can. All those years of driving in New York City in those taxi cabs taught me how to deal with traffic. So, it's helped out a lot.
I was going to quote a song there, but I don't know that we're allowed to cuss. Beep, beep, bitch, get out the way. Yeah, you know the song.
Well, I mean, not nowadays you can't.
Well, yeah, I don't
Kurt's
want to
just
get
gotta watch out for those Uber drivers behind him, knock them out of the way.
Ooh, yeah, I don't want to get flagged
right.
by YouTube here. But Kurt, we missed you the first 2 races of the season, but came back in Watkins Glen last week. Ended up, I believe, P3 in the points. Finished, I'm guessing, essentially dead even with Richardson this week. So maintaining that gap. What are we looking forward from Kurt's cab over the next couple of races?
I think I really got to work on getting those good laps in qualifying and make it a little bit better fight in race 1 there. I had the pace optimal wise, but I really got to work on putting them together, and I think that'll help out the point situation. Let us keep the tight fight all the way to the end.
Well, he did tie with Justin, but they made up what's the correct word here? A metric ton of points on Eric Mickey tonight, so that'll help.
Actually, I believe we're allowed to say metric shit ton.
I was gonna say, yeah, probably a shit ton. Eric brought home 13th. And he had a good race 1, but race 2 did not go his way. So you guys made up a lot of points on Eric.
Yeah, it's a good thing for those drop weeks.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. But Kurt, another solid points race for you. Are we gonna be seeing you next week?
Yeah, planning on it.
Sounds like a plan. Well, Kurt, congrats again on a solid points night, and well, like we just said, we look forward to seeing what you've got for us in Kurt's cab next week.
Thanks. Looking forward to it myself.
All right. Well, let's get it over with.
I gotta do this with this. So you'll never guess where we're going next week.
Oh yeah, where are we going?
Road America.
Oh, Thomas
Not
Morris's
like the
favorite
Twisted
track.
Fate.
Yeah,
It's
You
fun to
jinxed
watch.
it.
So we'll see.
You jinxed it. Well,
Speaking of jinxes, here's one lucky dog.
yeah, speaking of lucky dog, winner, chicken dinner, coming through the field like a surgeon or something. Yeah, bad
like
segue. Bad segue, but Thomas Fredericks going from leading the race to complete devastation to winning the race in a matter of corners. Thomas, tell us about your race, man.
Yeah, you pretty much summed it up, except for I don't feel that like that last part about the winning. Like I feel like I still finished like 5th or something, just because I don't know.
Well,
I was
like
kinda
third.
pissed.
It would have
Yeah,
only been
that was-
third.
Yeah, I tell you what. So this is the first time I've ever had to benefit from this like exchange of things. And now I know how it feels being like that being chased by Kurt and like Justin. Like you're just like they're gonna catch me. They're gonna catch me. Well, maybe they're not gonna catch me. Okay, now I'm spinning in the corkscrew. Okay, we're good. We're good. Maybe he won't catch me. No, I'm gonna spin in the corkscrew again.
Well, probably not too exciting behind the wheel, but it was nothing short of exciting up here in the booth. A win is a win no matter how it came. If you were Dale Jr., you could retire happily.
Ugh, I feel like I need to retire. I don't think I can take that much emotion. I've never felt so much emotion in like you said, when there was 3 corners. Like, I really don't blame Kurt for that coming out of the corkscrew. It was one of those, like me and Thomas Morris were talking before the race. In the car, something happens and you're like, oh, I just got wronged. I didn't do anything wrong. And then you look at the replay and you're like, okay, well,
Yeah,
maybe Kurt didn't do anything.
Well,
look at the replay.
maybe
Like, damn,
Kurt-
that was kind of hot.
Yeah, I was like, maybe Kurt didn't do anything wrong, but he really gave me a break coming out of that last corner. And then him giving me a break ended up screwing up Justin. So I'm like,
Oh no. You got to go back and watch that replay again. Kurt didn't give you a break. Justin got into the back of Kurt, caused Kurt to hit the inside wall. Justin, I guess, didn't want to win the race that way, so he kind of brake checked it. And then here comes Thomas Fredericks. Zoom, zoom.
I should have parked it there and let 4th win. None of us deserve to win.
Yeah,
Who finished 4th? Get him in the booth and
I
congratulate him on the
guarantee you, Jadarsky would not be upset about that.
Yeah,
Well, he
he's
was
the one- he's
fast,
one of the
too.
points.
He was fast too. He passed me. That was the guy that ended up running over last week at the Glen. So I was like, all right, we're not going to do that this week. And he was pulling away from me, and then he ended up mistake. So honestly, there was 4 guys that could have, would have, should have won that race, and some reason, the 32 car was the one that decided to win. So
Must have
Yeah,
been
I'm winning, so now you're pro.
yeah, must have been
take it back.
Yingling.
yeah,
But
I need one right now.
until that's official, which won't be until we start the broadcast next week. You are
as quick as if it's as quick as Eric Mickey does fantasy points. It'll be about 3 weeks.
Oh, please.
do.
I need the chance as long as I can get. I'll tell you what, if this is my last race competing for AM honors, I'll tell you what, there's some really good AM drivers in there with Butch and Jadarsky. I think he missed the first race or something, but he's fast, and so is Kadasher.
JD.
We found
that
out
guy.
that we believe it's the Kaisher, but we're gonna call him JD anyway.
He's told me twice, and poor guy.
That's how good your memory is. Thank God
Yeah.
you're gonna be a doctor.
Yeah.
Ugh, you know.
Thank God you'll
cut
have
here.
nurses.
That's right.
We all know they do the hard work anyway. But I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. But Thomas, say a really solid points night for you, picking up a W. So you can now say you are officially a SCRS winner
Yeah, I'm right. I'll take it.
and a Yingling.
Couple of those.
Now, I am informed, Thomas, that we are going to Road America next week. Will you be joining us?
I'll tell you what, I'm really trying hard to make every race. That's why I liked being amateur, because then I could just show up and
And you
race.
went and won.
But,
So
yeah, and then this is what I get. What is next week? What day? Sorry. Yes, I'll be there. I'm gonna make every effort I can to be there every Wednesday, because this series is just so much fun. All these guys showing up, and camaraderie and everyone. So unless something happens, I should, knock on wood, be here the rest of the season.
Well, if you get a chance, and I'm not calling anybody out, but if you get a chance, go back to about, was it halfway through the race? And check out the happy fun times between the 54 car and the 666 at the entry of the corkscrew.
Ooh.
Yeah, a little.
I feel like we didn't live up to our name there, Wendell. His name was McPhail. We didn't even make a fail reference in the
I
corner.
was trying not to. You know, we're trying to.
He failed to hit the brakes for that.
I mean,
I won't make any comments because I pulled my own McPhail in the first race there. That
Very
parking stopper or whatever they have in that corner that if you hit that you take off like a
Oh.
rocket.
No, we're calling
we
it.
caught that one.
We're gonna call it the hump and dump from now on.
Yeah.
Because you hit the hump and it dumps you. So hump and dump.
For sure.
Well, Thomas, congrats again on the first win of the season. We hope it's not the last, but if it is, at least you got one. But
thanks, y'all.
We'll look forward to seeing you again next week at Road America, which is interesting. We're going to take Ferraris to a road course called America.
I mean, you know, Ferrari's a pretty big presence in America.
For rich people.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of rich people.
Yeah, there are quite a few. We're gonna run these results across your screen one more again, just in case you missed it the first time. But again, Thomas, race number 2 here in the SCRS series never disappoints. Tonight just proves it over and over again. What do they say? The proof is in the pudding, and we've got chocolate vanilla swirl right now.
I'll tell you what this has set up is just a continued rivalry between Kurt and Justin. You know, it's tit for tat 1 week. You know, well, last year we saw Kurt make the move on Justin. This year, Justin's kind of made, hey, I'm going to nerf you out of the way maybe for a win. So we'll see how this continues on as we battle. I mean, Road America is probably going to be the battle of the draft with the long straightaway. So we'll see how that factors in.
Indubitably.
Plus the AMs, you never know. These AMs starting inverted fields like this obviously have shots at wins. So
yeah. Well, we're still looking for one of these races to live up to the race number 2 at Bathurst last season.
I can't. Off my old suit for that one.
I can't wait to find that race because that was incredible. But we'll stop beating dead horses. We're gonna leave you. Hey, we're really good at it though. We're gonna leave you with
I prefer to say
that.
we're beating Keselowski's, but
make sure for the new guys in chat, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure to check out the channel. Got That Stat. I'm pretty sure he's got some really, really good highlights from all sorts of series here on iRacing. Make sure you also check out Penguin RC. If you are a current iRacing driver interested in joining the SCAR series, make sure you get in touch with one of the Mickles. That's either Eric Mickey or Andrew Mickey. They can get you in the right direction. I would say get in touch with Thomas, but he's a pretty busy guy. We know
I also don't check my iRacing PMs very often. So
yeah, that too. But maybe we get you suited up, get you in the races here. But until next week from Road America, I'm Wendell. That's Thomas. We'll see you in about 7 days.
Bye-bye.